Okay, I'm shooting from the hip on this for a second. I don't have any sort of a script or anything. I don't have enough time in the day to write one. Um, I've got a long story all told, but this is my story in a nutshell, at least. Um, Born and raised poor, never really had much, bad parents, all that sort of stuff. I can do other videos later for larger detail. Sum all that up to today. Spent many years educating myself in various different ways. I've worked many different jobs in just about everything that you could imagine, from food service all the way to framing houses. And um, I wanted to be a mechanic at a point. I moved down to North Carolina to work at the BMW plant at one time, and well, I have a bad back. I've had a bad back for since I was 23, and they rejected me over that. I did manage to get a job at a small local shop down there and worked there for several years, but either way, no big money in that. I just have never been able to do anything that seems to be able to get me to a strong point of earning as many people. So I came back home and I'm renting a lot from a friend of mine on a small farm, living out of camper, minimalist, trying to save up money to buy land, and he does give me permission to have the animals, do my own homestead, and all that sort of stuff. So, at least for now, that's what I'm doing. Start my homestead here. When I can save up enough money to buy land, I'll move there, do my homestead there, keep growing. Still work a regular job. I'm just at a parts desk at this point. My body just won't allow me to do the level of work that's required to work on a car every single day. And I know a homestead's a lot of work, but at least if it's my own work, I can choose to postpone the hard parts till I'm able to do them if I'm hurting from already having done something hard the day before. So I really want to do more long form videos. Um, I do want to do a full thing that just tells my whole life story, really. It's one of a lot of tragedy and mishap and my own stupidity, ignorance. But maybe somebody can learn something from me, or maybe simply holding myself accountable for the things I've done in my life can help me to move beyond them. Um, or the things that have been done to me as well. Certainly, I haven't been that much of a shitbag. Oh well. Ultimately, um, I work my regular job. I'm just trying to put every bit of money I have into this endeavor, every bit of money I can make. Unlike some other homesteaders who were able to be contractors or something, or had some amount of money saved up to at least buy the land outright, I don't even have that right now. No, the teeth aren't from drugs or anything. I busted them out when I was younger. All my teeth are a little bad because I did spend some time as, I guess, a little bit of an alcoholic. Didn't take care of myself enough for many years when I was younger. But the two front ones are missing from an accident when I was a kid. It cracked them at the gum line and allowed them to rot out as I got older, whether I took care of them or not. Um, Otherwise, well, decided to just work the job that I can and put all my money towards trying to get some level of independence from the world at large. I don't want to have to lean on government. I don't want to have to rely on whether or not a store is open or any of it anymore. I'm just tired of all of it. Um, I'm hoping that maybe doing this and YouTube can help to fund things some and move them along a little bit faster. I have a lot to learn on that. I don't know much crap of what I'm doing right now. I suppose I'll have set up Patreons and other stuff that people are using because YouTube apparently doesn't pay that great unless you're big. But we'll figure it out. Just gonna do what I can and see where it takes me. I just want to have an independent life where it doesn't matter what happens. I know I'll be alright. I can take care of my family at the very least. And, well, sorry for my eyes shifting back and forth a lot. The phone camera seems to not be able to make up its mind whether it wants to focus a little over to one side or the other. So one moment, if I'm looking at the screen, it looks like I'm looking at you directly. Then another moment, it looks like I'm looking off to one side, or I'm looking off to one side and looking at you directly. So when I first started, I was looking at the middle of the screen, and it looked like I was looking straight at you. Now I have to look at the camera, apparently. It just, something shifted, and I don't know why it does that. But guess I'll get it figured out, get a good camera at some point. Right now I'm just using a phone. We'll move on from there. I currently have one mostly functional camper and another one for bedrooms. And I do have some family members with me, but they do not wish to be part of the video endeavor, so we'll try to avoid them being seen. I have 2 dogs. We'll introduce you to them. Well, you see them a little on some of my other shorts, but at least one of them. Got my chickens, and eventually we're going to work on getting like some larger animals and stuff too, though probably not while we're here. That'll probably come when I'm on my own property and I've been able to build some stuff and do some things. Nonetheless, doing most of the work myself or with friends helping and stuff, I should be able to get a lot more done than I ever would relying on a bank loan. And sadly, the economy at this point is, I almost had decent enough credit and everything. I could have gotten a loan, could have handled stuff, couldn't get money saved up fast enough. The next thing I know, my landlord had an accident and she got too senile, got thrown out of the house I was renting from her so she could move in, so that her daughter could move near and her daughter's dad could move near and help take care of her and all this other stuff. And I went broke on what little savings I had, just at least getting back to my home area in Virginia and somewhere where I had friends or somebody that might be able to assist me a little if I couldn't do anything else. And thankfully I had my buddy with this farm and been able to move from there. And I'd been eyeballing the whole homestead and independence thing for several years and said, well, I got pushed into it. I guess I'm gonna do it. So here I am. I guess that's about all I can cover really in just a sum it up sort of situation. Trying to think of anything else to say just because I want to make the video 10 minutes long. We do have a tractor here. We've got land. I can do it. Land enough I can do a garden. If I want to do larger animals, I am allowed to. Probably would have to add a facility for them. There is a small barn, but it's mostly occupied with storage of sorts. That's what I'm sitting in right now. There's plenty to work with. There's well over 30 acres that belong to my friend and another 60 some acres at least that he knows of that it's connected to in woods and back behind us that are just hunting grounds for the area. There's a hunt club nearby, but they don't care if people who are adjacent to the property step over into their area when they're hunting. So since our property is adjacent, if I accidentally end up over there hunting sometime or another, that's not an issue. And I mean, it looks like it's well over 60 acres when I look at Google Earth. It looks like a lot of land, but it's a lot of woods. So I got plenty of firewood. I want to get some sort of a small wood heater in the campers to use because that'll be a lot cheaper than Electrical, which is what we're on right now. So if anybody's got a wood heater out there in the South Central Virginia area, they want to get rid of or sell for cheap, I'll take it. Otherwise, well, video's reached 10 minutes. I guess I'm going to sign off for now and come up with other things to post later. Start trying to figure this whole thing out. And maybe we can go on this little adventure together. Don't be afraid to ask any questions, and, well, your judgments are welcome too. Not that they really matter. And I'll see y'all in the next one.